Hello guys, this is Jawad here. I'll be making several videos on how to get the best battery life from your Android phone. This first video, this part 1, will be looking into the basics of getting the best battery life on your phone. I personally am using a Moto X style, and hence there will be some options or some guides, some advice here that only applies to Motorola phones. But in general, most of these advice will be applied on all Android phones. Now, first thing to do is go to your Wi-Fi, click on Advanced, and make sure the Wi-Fi is on during sleep. Set it to always. The reason behind this is when it's turned off, or if it's set to never, or it's set to only when plugged in, what happens is when the phone is locked, the Wi-Fi turns off, and then when it's turned back on, the Wi-Fi turns back on. What this does is actually consumes more battery to search for a Wi-Fi signal and stuff like that. Second point would be to go to your display, and this all depends on how interactive you are with your phone. Now, if you don't like to manually adjust your brightness level, I would advise to switch on adaptive brightness. This monitors the brightness outside and adjusts your screen's brightness to accordingly. I turn it off because I prefer to manually adjust the brightness. Thirdly, make sure your sleep pattern isn't too high. I tend to keep it at 1 minute. And I always turn off daydream. This just for me consumes too much battery life. It's a killer for me. Thirdly, would be to turn off location. There is a misconception that it's a big battery hog, but you have to understand that this is only marginally true. What I mean by this, it's only a battery hog if you allow apps to use it in the background and not just when you want to use it. For example, Chrome, for example, WhatsApp. If they're using location in the background, they consume your battery and they draw battery. And they're drawing power, so your battery life will be worse. I would always advise to turn it off. Or, if you're an expert, you can manually control which apps are using the location. That we will go through in future episodes, hopefully. Now, fourth thing would be to disable specific apps. I'll be making another video to give advice on which app to disable. That will come in future videos. Now, this next advice will be only specific to Motorola phones because of the Motorola app. Now, this Moto display is a battery hog because it's basically having the display always on. It turns on whenever you look at it. It turns on whenever your hands hover over it. This consumes battery. Now, I keep it on because there is no double tap on this phone such as the one that was present on the OnePlus One. And I need to use this. It's a good feature, but hopefully Motorola can work more on the softer side to make it consume less battery. If you really want the best battery life, I would advise to turn it off. Thank you for watching for part 1. Part 2 will hopefully be coming soon. If you have any comments on my video, don't hesitate to leave a comment. Thank you very much, and if you like this video, press like. Thank you. Take care.